Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. We are everybody. Remember that from Lost? We are everybody. That was a great show, series, Lost. Have you seen it? Don't answer me. I'm just talking to the camera right now. I can't respond to your chat. I'm not in the chat room yet. Hi, hello, yes. Oh, yeah. Fruity pork stir fry. I know. It's great, isn't it? Yeah, let's see if we can get into Periscope too. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Broadcast over Periscope. See if that'll work. Okay, we're going through the Wi-Fi system here. Fix errors to preview. I'm coming. I'm getting in there. Third-party chat. Hey, LGBTQ and yeah, there's some LGBTQ fruity, right? Fruity. Yeah, we got that covered. See, I'm not LGBTQ because I'm not gay, and if I were gay, I wouldn't really push myself on anybody. And I'm wondering why they need special privileges. And Porky to cover all the abuse and violence from cops like you, Dr. Meow. Yeah, he claims to have killed 6,500 people. Can you imagine living with that conscience? Wow, you're up there with Adolf Hitler. I don't even know why we let you in the show, other than the fact that you keep coming back. I know, but it's one of those, you know, he's been here since the beginning, everybody. Since the very beginning we started this 10 years ago, he's been here. Yeah, 6,500 kills to his name. I mean, and I don't know anybody in the world who claims that openly on the internet. I mean, it's just like, what? I don't even believe you, dude. I don't. All right, preview broadcast. I know. Isn't that ridiculous? I just want everyone to know who he is, who he claims to be. I was shocked when he said this. Cooking up politics. 3, 7. $19. All right. With David Sponheim. Cooking up politics with David Sponheim. All right, we're going to go live over there and see if that works. Cool. Good. I got that working. Now it's iVlog's turn. Here comes iVlog. Well, I'm glad this new computer, we got this, it's Technology Thursday, so we got this new computer. Works very well. Hold on just a second while I play some music. Hello everybody, welcome to the free pork stir fry, $5 for 8 people. Welcome. Welcome to the show, yes. Hello iVloggers, hello Vaughn people, hi. As you know, this is David's Kitchen. I'm David Sponheim and we are up and running. Yeah. Pepper sauce looks good. Strawberries, peach, pineapple, you name it. You can put anything in with this pork. Now pork is a natural, perfect blend for certain herbs. And one of those herbs is rosemary. Rosemary. Pork and rosemary work really well. Apples work really well. Got to put an apple in this. Pineapples work really well. You can go to a luau and have a pineapple pork. They cook it in pineapple. It's amazing, the whole pig. I'm sorry if you're Muslim or Jewish. The apple was organic, definitely. The pineapple was purchased at Costco from Costa Rica. I don't know how much they have in it, but I'm going to cut the outside off. And when I handle it, I of course rinse my hand off. Got a cousin that died of pesticide poisoning due to wild rice farming in Minnesota. He used to not wash his hands and he'd eat his sandwiches. Died of stomach cancer. Yeah. I never met him, but they say he looked identical to me. That's what people in the family used to say. All right, so, right. Having a little problem with the lighting here. All right. I don't think I'll be able to remedy the lighting problem, but that's okay. We've got ambient light. Welcome to the show. Yeah, we are up and running. There is nobody by that name. Nobody by that name is allowed in the show, nor can you talk about anybody like that. Yeah, so you're out for 5 minutes, Tom. Don't bring up people that are stalking me, please. David, can you buy things at Costco with a gift card, but with no membership card? No. Only the amount on your gift card. Now, your gift card will get you in the door. If you have a gift card, and that will get you in the door. But if you buy anything, it'll spend out the gift card unless you buy just a little bit. And then, unless you have a $100 gift card, then of course put it on the gift card. But yeah, that's one way to get in the door if you don't have a membership. And I think Costco wants people to kind of get hooked on Costco. So they lose $30 to $40 million a year on their chicken. They produce their chickens for so much less than everybody else that they actually lose money on. Hey, we got to get started. So of course, I'm going to get the onions out of the refrigerator. I've already prepped them. Or actually, I cut it in half. Store onions in a sealed plastic bag. Reuse your plastic bags. This is a plastic bag for my taco tortilla thing. But I got enough for one large onion for this dinner. I'm using an apple and a part of a pineapple, equivalent to about $1. The pork I'm using is right here. And I'll show you, I just bought a bunch of other pork, just like it. And I get it at a place that offers me Northwest grown pork, no hormones or steroids, no artificial ingredients, hand trimmed, lean premium pork. I got this package for $3, $1.50 off of $4.67, so $3.17. I got this package for about the same price, $4.85 minus $1.50, and it's slightly over a pound. It's like a pound 0.08. That's exactly what I have here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut that up, prep it. I'm going to freeze these. Now, whenever you see things in the past due meat section, like I did, freeze them right away. If they're a decent color, you can pretty much count on it being okay. But I would urge everybody to be careful when you smell pork right away. You want to, make sure it smells okay when you finally cook it. I'll do that today. I'll do a smell test for you. Thank you. You're in the show of your week. Great. Well, you're in the middle of our David's Kitchen is cooking up some fruity pork. Now I did the fruity pork because I'm making it a tribute to the Democrats and the Republicans, and what I don't like about either party. Yeah, I mean, the Democrats are way too liberal on LGBTQ. They've fallen into this category of political correctness that has pretty much ruined them, in my opinion. I personally think that people shouldn't be discriminated against, but I don't believe we should have special privileges for people who are LGBTQ, because they are not the norm. The norm is 90 to 95% of our population is heterosexual. All right, that being said, let's cut some pork and some onions and some fruit. And this can also apply to the Republicans and their pork barrel spending. Yeah, and the Democrats are guilty of this too. I mean, talk about wasting money. All right, I'm going to cut the vegetable, the onion first. And of course, we're going to grab those knives that Meow TV got us here. Okay. Okay, this is one heck of a knife. I am going to use the tip protector, pull that off of there. Always be careful with a knife like this. It's got 67 stainless steel pieces of steel that's just fused together and pounded. I mean, I don't know how they make these. I saw, actually I do know how they made them. Phenomenal. All right, taking a look at the onion, we're going to make mincemeat out of this onion rather quickly with this knife. You see how I'm cutting it. You can't cut it too fast. Be careful with a knife as sharp as this, or any knife for that matter. Okay, I'm going to go sideways and crisscross like I normally do. Going for about 1/4 inch slices. They're out. Now I have a little more room for a couple other vegetables, like $1.50 more or $1 more. So I'm going to actually add a package of a $1 package of rice to this. Okay, we'll keep that right there. All right, and see that bag I just used? I'm going to use that bag again to put some of the onions in the bag. Okay, just putting that on the side. I'm going to start the burner back here at level 3 and start warming it up before I put my oil in. Today I'm going to be using sesame oil. I bought 2 different types of sesame oil. I talked to the Japanese lady at my local imported food store, and this is the best store in the world. It's got the finest, you wouldn't believe the selection of food we have in that store. And it's really an average person store. It's like a low middle class. And it's amazing how many things they cater to, because we have a very large Filipino population here and a Hispanic population. And I talked about this oil because I had purchased this before. And it was significantly cheaper, and I said, is this okay, or should I get this? And this is the Japanese pure sesame oil from Kadoya. See, she said, oh no, get this one. Get the Kadoya, it's much better. So I got Kadoya. I'm going to use that next time. Today I'm just going to finish off this oil. Yeah, I don't really know if they use a mixer in it like canola oil or something. Now remember, we're going to use some rosemary in this, so you might want to do that too. Another thing you can also do is if you've got a can of pineapple, a $1 can of pineapple works great. Fruit, even oranges, can go in here. I actually might even put the tomatoes in here. I've got a 50-cent can of tomatoes I got from the dollar store. They were on sale, these organic tomatoes, for 50 cents. I bought a bunch of them. So I might throw that in here too as well. So now pork has to be cut on the table, or on a plate. So I've got it on a plate. I'm going to do the smell test right now. Open the top. Always wash anything you touch a pork package with. Now this I purchased last week, and I had it in the freezer, so I just went down to the store and did the same thing. Here we go. Perfectly fresh. Wow. I've had pork where it's like rank, and you just have to, you know, either risk it, put lemon on it, and rinse it off. But this is really fresh, surprisingly. So I'm going to rinse it off. Okay. And I'm going to pull the pork out, and I'm going to put it on a plate. And I'm going to let that knife do its thing. The heat level's at level 3. I'm heating the pan up right now. What did you just say? Are you talking to me? Hang on, I gotta get my iBlog in here. I'm not really responding to you guys. Walmart has Japanese sesame oil for Kadoya. How much? $4.98. I paid $1 less than that for the same product. So I got a really good deal at this store that I go to. Thank you for the tip, though. Appreciate it. Well, let's be clear. All right, probably taste off, cliff off. Yeah, okay. Now, I don't think that's appropriate what you just said in here. So I'm going to permaban you. Or better yet, I'm just going to kick you out of the room. All right. No, I don't buy stuff that develops. Do you know, the 5-minute mute should have solved your problem, Tom. I mean, gosh. You're signing. I was trying to train these trolls to start to feel like normal people. I mean, it's going to be difficult for them. I'm actually the troll deprogrammer. I have been deprogramming trolls for years. Many of them have been brainwashed to think that everything is ridiculous and life's a joke. Well, life can be funny, but your life isn't a joke until you make it a joke. All right. Let's do the meal thing. Okay, I'm going to throw some sesame oil on the stove. In fact, I'm probably just going to finish this. 3 tablespoons of sesame oil. I don't really factor that into the cost, but yeah, we're dealing with a couple of bad people in the room. So what I'm going to do is what I did last week. Apparently you guys didn't get the message. Is we do slow chat at this point. Yeah, you just blew it. You blew it for everybody else too. Yeah. And you can't exactly be a nice person and say those things. Yeah. Thank you. Well, let's be clear. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to finish this off because I really don't want to have a bottle sitting around. All right. Let's cut the pork into little pieces, but I'm going to put that onion on the hot griddle right now. Just throw it all in there. All the onion, except the onion, the little bit of onion you put in the bag. And make sure I have everything all diced up here. There we go. A couple of pieces hadn't been fully cut. All right, I hope everyone can hear me okay. Great. Now this used to be a difficult process, but I made it simpler by just, not getting too worried about how everything is. I'm going to throw the rosemary on right now on top of those onions, sitting on sesame oil. So I'm just going to toss about a teaspoon of rosemary in there. Doesn't have to be a lot, and this is the actual leaves from my organic wild-crafted rosemary that I grow. So, hold please. Yes, go ahead. Okay. Yeah, what can I do for you? Yes. Yes, can I help you? Yeah, what's your question? Sure. today we're going to be doing an apple and pineapple. You like that? What? I'm not sure what you meant. Huh, okay. Rosemary is not David's girlfriend. No. We're adding some rosemary. It grows in the garden. It's an herb. It's really good for you. In fact, in case you're wondering how I have such great hair, I actually spray rosemary tea on my head. Somebody told me, Dave, do this. Spray rosemary. I found a rosemary shampoo and I diluted it down and put some water in it. Yeah, and I sprayed it on my head today, in fact. Yeah. No, I don't need a mod. I just need to slow chat. You're eating Spam? Now, you could put Spam in this dinner if you really want to, Misanthropy. I don't recommend it, but I rinse the garbage out because it gets really rank. Pork does. Let it sit around. Okay, we got to get this pork cut up, so the heat level has been achieved. Rosemary's Baby was a movie, yeah, great movie. Mia Farrow was in that, fantastic. It had allusions to all kinds of satanic, ritualistic, Illuminati stuff. To this day, it's considered one of the most disturbing movies of its time. It's crap, cool guy, I know, it sucks having slow chat, but hey, this way I can cut the pork, okay? Let's sit down and cut the pork, shall we? Cutting the pork with a sharp knife. Now you want to get about a half an inch pork cuts here. So everything, when it gets to somebody's plate, you know, you're going to have kind of a meaty taste. You don't want to put your finger underneath the pork. Then what you'll do is you'll be cutting off your finger. Is there enough light? Let me get some more light on the subject. There we go. Boy, that's a sharp knife. Knives like this have to be respected. Thank you for such a sharp knife. This is amazing. No less amazing than the amazing pens that Scissor Fight made me, handmade. That was a wonderful gift. I'll really treasure those forever. My new inserts when I no longer have any ink. Yeah, these are the kind of things you treasure for a long time when you have something. I'll never, you know, I can't even get rid of my 1967 Rogers and Hammerstead knife that I should be replacing it, but I can't part with it. You know, what I like about boneless loin is it's fairly tender, you know. One of the things about pork that you can stir fry is it's a lot more easy to stir fry than meat, beef, I should say. Yeah. We're just cutting slivers off of this. All right. Now I'm going to go with a turmeric cover, and I'm going to bring in a little curry in this dish because I just love curry. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to rinse the knife off and my hands off. Welcome, south of the border. Hola. Okay, I'm going to take this pork and stick it in this bag here. Like this, see that? I'm going to throw it all in the bag. Okay, I'm reusing the bag this way. This will be the last use of this bag, so I don't have to worry about, you know, am I getting enough use out of it? Boy, my hair is kind of messy over here, isn't it? I'm looking at the side angle. It's like, wow, Dave, you know, you're kind of messy here. Oh, I'm touching myself. Hang on. I got to wash my hands off again. I can't touch my hair and then touch the food. Okay, let's do pepper. Very good suggestion. Let's do pepper. So I'm just going to roll some pepper and grind some pepper in there. I'm going to put some paprika. Ooh, paprika. Let's do paprika. I got to get rid of some of this paprika, Hungarian. About a quarter teaspoon of that. All right, I'm going to take that this thing right here and cut it up, this pineapple. I'm going to take the sides off of it. Now those onions are cooking right now on the sesame oil at level 3. Beautiful. Okay. Now hopefully if there were any pesticides on this pineapple, it's now on the breadboard and it's no longer part of the pineapple. Okay, so let's cut this in little pieces here. This knife is incredible. The stock is not very useful, and you don't get that when you buy it at the store in a can, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, I'm going to cut up into little squares about the size of the pork. Yeah. All right, we're done with that. I'm going to throw the pineapple in the bag with the pork. Put it right in there. Then I'll add some curry to it. All right, there's some fruit there. And technically, if I do add a tomato to this dish, which I may not do, I don't know. It is a fruit, so. All right. Let me peel this apple here. Peeling the apple. We're going to do the apple for taste, mostly. If you've got applesauce, it would work fine. Now, if I was truly doing a Hawaiian blend, I would do papaya and mango. But the cost of the dinner would considerably would amp up. Papaya is not cheap, neither is mango. And there are a lot of genetically modified mangoes on the market now, which I tend to avoid. Whoa! Had a great discussion today with a buyer at my local store. Actually, he was a market research guy. And he was telling me about how these markets are all bought off and how Safeway, you know, is a major producer of organics, and I told him about how I was the guy that introduced Safeway to organic food back in 1985. Okay, I'm going to cut that up and put that in the bag too. And he was quite impressed, you know. I said, yeah, I was the guy that actually introduced Safeway, and I thought I had a sale, but in organic produce, but the guy said, no, I don't want to buy anything from you. I said, oh, that kind of sucks. But he said, but you really inspired me, and then they started producing the O brand right after that. So I'm just thrilled to know that I was part of the organic food production that Safeway is a big part of. And okay, I'm basically the same size as the pork, chunks, about a ½ inch size. I'm going to throw that in the bag too. Okay, there we go. Knife worked great. Now the reason why I'm using the bag is because I'm going to do a quick marinade with a little bit of vinegar. Okay, let's do the curry. I think I'll get some of my organic brag in there too. I bought this sprinkle stuff. Organic brag, $1 a bottle. Incredible. Look for deals. Okay, we're going to throw some curry in the top of this. About a teaspoon of curry. And I'm going to throw some apple cider vinegar on top. Only about a splash. All right. I'm going to put a little bit more. Actually, I think I'm good. But I was going to add a little turmeric. I've got a little extra turmeric I keep in a bottle. I buy extra turmeric. I actually wrote that on the side. Turmeric. Yeah, I put about a half a teaspoon of turmeric in there too. All right, super healthy. Let's go. We're gonna lift that lid. Give the onions a little stir. Now I'm going to take this entire package and start pounding it around. Move everything around and actually seal it up and just start moving it around like this. There you go. You can throw a little bit of honey in there too. So I've got some honey with some water that we finished the honey off, so I thought I'd throw that in there too. A little sweetness. Put a little honey, about a splash. Nice. Yeah, honey and vinegar work well. They counter each other, so when you're making a fusion meal, they kind of bring the flavors together. Okay, just kind of massage it like this. Whoops. All right. A couple apples spurted out. Preferably, I'd use a bigger bag. I put water in the honey just because I get the rest of it out. I don't waste anything. Okay, so what you're doing is massaging your fruit into your no hair. I have hair, yeah. It's not white, it's the light. You're seeing a light. It's all screwed up. It's bad lighting in here. Yeah. Yeah, the hair is fine. But I'll be doing the show, you'll see it's absolutely normal. It's not good to have, no, it's not sitting out CSS 11772. It is actually refrigerated normally. No, we still live in the same house, Clint Eastwood. Yeah. I have a lot more hair. In fact, it's growing right now as we speak. Last night during my defragmentation process, I was harvesting silicone for my hair. Now I'm able to appreciate what you mean by saying you're losing your hair. Hey, welcome. Keep massaging. Okay. Okay, those onions are hot. You know what they need? They need garlic. I'm going to throw some garlic from that wonderful garlic container I have from California. Hold on, let me get that garlic container. Hang on. Man, I'm tempted to use that pesto of Sarah's. Hey, if you want a little extra, say you're a low salt person and you don't want to use a lot of soy sauce, I'm going to spray a little soy sauce on this dish too, but you might want to use a little lemon juice. Just a thought. But if you got a lot of citrus, you don't have to do that. Oh, finally the garlic. Yes, okay. I'm going to throw a splash of garlic on those onions, and then I'm going to throw everything in the container together. Beautiful. About a heaping tablespoon of garlic, or about 5 cloves, whichever comes first. All right, let's do it. Okay, I'm turning that level up to 6 now on the stove, level 6. And I'm going to go ahead and drop all the pork in there at a high temperature on top of the onions with the rosemary infused in it and the garlic on top of that. So I'm going right on top of that. Here we go. Opening the bag. Press everything down into the pan. Yeah. With a spatula. Okay, nice evenly pressed in there. Right on top of the onions. Kind of move everything around, distribute it evenly. Okay, now cover it up. Keep it at level 6. Dispose of bag. That bag was nasty, but I have another bag forever if I ever need one. All right, let's see what we got with the slow off. Let's get ready to rumble, everybody. Remember, I will go slow back on if you try to attack the show or me. All right, here we go. Let's roll. I'm going to do some composting while you guys prepare your chat for a fillet. And we will fillet, slice, and dice your chat. Thank you. You are free again. Now, last week I told you one of the miracle ways in which I am staying away from getting wrinkles like poor Luke Perry had. Boy, you know, I met him and I'm 8 years older than him. And now he's dead. I don't have socks on. Did you see my feet? So here's the miracle. It's just a slice of cucumber. Look at that. It's kind of slimy, but just rub it right around your eyes and watch your crow's feet disappear. You can eat it if you want, but I don't recommend eating it after you touch your face with it, especially if you're living in a toxic environment with carcinogens everywhere. Oh, did I say that? Anyway, yeah, my mother died. Yeah, she died. She only lived to be 75. Well, I tend to think that she lived longer than that. Well, she kind of hid her age from everybody. My mother didn't want anyone to know how old she was.
Smells good. What is that, pineapple or something?
I'm infusing fruit with pork.
Oh.
And I put a little everything in it. I'm going to spray it.
An apple?
Well, I just got one apple. I used one apple. All right. Great product I've been buying. I told you folks about this. Brown rice, frozen at Trader Joe's. Perfect on the stove. You can top this off with brown rice. Already pre-made. It's organic, non-GMO. Brown rice. Cool. I see you're saving your seeds. That's good. Now I could put peppers in this, and I have a pepper at this time. If you want to add a pepper, you can do that. I'm a prepper myself.
Pepper prepper?
I'm a pepper prepper. I'm going to make a modification to the dish and take this up to $6 by adding a pepper. Peppers are not cheap anymore. You used to get 3 for $1. Now they're lucky to get $1's worth. But I'm going to take this up to $6, just so you know that we're expanding out. I'm not inflexible about the pricing. The rice was only $1.50. Okay, now that's really steaming back there. I'm going to cut up this pepper. How was your day? Pretty good? You had a pretty good day?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, I'm going to cut the sides of the pepper off. And because peppers don't take very long to cook, you can add your pepper at the tail end of your meal and still make a really good meal. I'm going to dice this as well, so it's very easy to, you don't want the label in there either. One thing you don't want to eat is the label. I did rinse it off though. Okay, we're going to cross this way and do kind of like half-inch slices here too. Okay, now if you want to use some spicy peppers, you can certainly do that and go into that direction. That's kind of wild, but hey, you feel like a wild and crazy guy. A wild and crazy guy. I saw Steve Martin perform that in 1978 at Royce Hall at UCLA, and it was pathetic. I felt, how is this guy ever going to make it in comedy? He became super famous. Yeah, it's pathetic. Excuse me. I mean, how many times did he use that to get famous? That's good. That's just like, excuse. I mean, come on. No wonder his career never really blossomed after that. Okay, so here we go. Everything's cooking really fast, hard. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to throw the peppers into the dinner. Here we go. And I'm going to pass on the tomatoes. That was just a side thought. Okay, I'm going to lift the cover and jab it. Jab it all down in there, like that. Beautiful. Nice. Oh, that looks so good. We're keeping it at level 6. That is so nice. Yeah, I'm going to throw some of that organic brag in there now. I hate to brag, but yeah, it's organic. It's brag. And that has some rosemary in it too, so it just adds to the flavor. Then I'm going to drop the rice on top of that. Action cam. Take that rice and just throw it right on top. Okay, cover it right up. Keep it at level 6 and keep rolling along, man. Is this easy? This is super easy. Tomorrow is Good Friday. Yes. And yesterday was Ash Wednesday. This is not a religious show, man. This is a fruity pork stir-fry show. I thought Steve Martin's humor was non-existent. I never found anything he did funny. And it was sad because I was sitting there at Royce Hall watching a free show and everyone around me was laughing. And this girl that I was trying to impress at the time, she was like really liking him. And she always found me funny, but she looked at him and go, "Isn't he funny, Dave?" And I'm going, "No, what's wrong with you?" 5 million souls are watching me. I saw that, yeah. Fruity pork stir fry. We're doing this in reference to the Democrats on the left and the Republicans and the porkers and the police brutality on the right. All right, I am going to go ahead and prepare for the next step in this wonderful meal, and that is to turn the stove off. I know, and I'm going to give it a big stir. But can you believe the power of fusion cooking? The Jerk was a horrible movie. It was racist. It was absolutely racist. It demeaned white people. It made him out to be some sort of a pathetic white person living in a black society. Now, I grew up in LA. I know what living in a black community is. I know way more than Mr. Steve Martin. I can tell you that, man. It's better than Captain Marvel. My feet are model-like feet. I have perfect feet. Cool guy's got no UHF. Bummer. Maybe it's the military blocking the signal. We got 1.5 million Pyongyang. Yay. We've established that Steve Martin was marginally funny. Thank you, guest 984 saying great cooking cast, bro. Nope, I disagree. I think I was funnier and I still am funnier. But I'm not a comedian. I don't do stand-up like Steve Martin because I don't want hemorrhoids. I would prefer sit down. Not really. No, police brutality has risen based on a standard curve of moronism. The level of moronism, like the guy who opened the door to his house in Wichita, and he happened to see a SWAT team outside his house, and he put his hands up. You saw the video. And the guy that shot him right through the heart, when he dropped his hands a little bit and killed the guy, that guy was a cops star. Wichita police, yeah. And nobody prosecuted him for shooting him through the heart. Now, did he do anything wrong? No. No, he didn't. In fact, his house was falsely labeled as a SWAT location, and the person that did it was arrested because he gave out a random address. So the police randomly killed the guy without even cross-checking his name against the SWAT name. I have 7 minutes to start the show. All right. This steaming of this rice is a pretty normal process. Doesn't take too long. Leland? Okay, Leland. Yes, Leland, go ahead. Yes, Leland, go ahead. What can I do for you?